Take a flash mob, add some jazz hands, and you've got Breakout in Song, a series of 4 performances staged on the streets of New York, including one right here in Times Square.
Consider yourself and go. All I can say is wow, wait till the rhythm rap. Don't bring around a cloud to rain on my parade. To answer when you propose, anything goes.
With me is the brains behind the operation, Ryan Mackey. Where did you get the idea for this?
I've always wanted to be in a musical. I found out at a very early age that I was no good at singing or dancing, so decided to turn life itself into a musical.
Take us through the whole casting and the rehearsal process.
We had an open audition, so anybody that wanted to be part of the process could actually be part of it, be part of the whole Breakout in Song. We did not cut anybody from the auditions. Everybody that auditioned ended up getting in the show.
Was everybody in the cast a professional dancer?
No, not at all. It wasn't there to find the best of the best. It was there to find whoever wanted to be in a Broadway musical and give them that opportunity to do it.
Before the performances, you publicised the locations and the times. Did you ever think of not publicising it at all, having it a complete surprise?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that was the initial intent, was to do it without anybody knowing about it. I would plan on, from here on out, not letting people know until the last minute. I think Twitter is a great way of getting that out there.
During the performance right here in Times Square, it began with a staged fight, and a policeman came in and attempted to intervene. Was he actually part of the performance?
Not at all. It was, and I had just introduced myself to him and let him know what we were doing. And then the scene leading up to the number began, and I did not notify him, which I should have, that there was going to be a fight. So he appeared to intervene, trying to break up the stage fight, and he soon learned it as the song started happening around him. But he was a great sport about the whole thing.
Consider yourself.
But cops trying to break up the show wasn't the only challenge. Andrew Turtletop took on the task of choreographing a routine for 100 performers aboard an aircraft carrier.
The location of the USS Intrepid is such a massive amount of space. It's very open air. I visited the space 3 times before going to it, and I didn't know if 3 people were going to be there. I didn't know if 1,000 people were going to be there. And that day was actually a firefighter appreciation day. So we had tons of firefighters, and there was a band, and things were going on, and it was the most people I've ever seen.
What was the biggest challenge in this whole project?
The most difficult part for me was the unknown. The process was a bit of a challenge because we only had 6 hours to put the whole number together, and mine was the largest number. And I also wanted to stay true to this project, which is, you know, if it gets too choreographed, it would look unreal, and we wanted it to look real and spontaneous, and it just happened to come out of, you know, they're just walking around the Intrepid and this amazing song comes on.
Times have changed.
Finally, do you have any advice for people out there who might be considering staging their own urban mayhem?
My biggest advice to you is just to have fun. Don't plan too much because you never know what's going to happen, and never second guess yourself. Go for it and don't hold back, and always break out into a song.
Fantastic advice, thank you very much. I'm Morton, and you've been watching Rocketboom.